Today on Explain with Sean, we're taking a look at this lot of iPhones that I bought on eBay for about $150. There's two iPhone 7s, two iPhone 6 Pluses, one iPhone 6s Plus, and two iPhone 4s or 4s's, not really sure which, before I open them. The phones are wrapped quite well. Once I've gotten them out of the packaging, I can tell that one is a 4 and the other one is a 4S. The 7s were quite dirty and grimy when I got them. None of these phones are actually supposed to work, but we'll see what happens when we power them on. We have one. That 7 isn't working. And neither is the 6 Plus. Try that 4 and the 4S. The other 6 Plus, that one appears to be working, and the 6S Plus, that one also appears to be working. This 7 is a 128GB unlocked 7 on iOS 12.1.2. Next is the 6 Plus, which is a 64GB 6 Plus unlocked on iOS 12. I'm going to go ahead and plug those other phones into power, and we're going to be restoring them in later videos. Today we're restoring the 6 Plus. We have a screen, which is from fixeasy.com, a home button, and a home button gasket. We're going to start by removing the two bottom pentalobe screws at the bottom of the phone. Since the display is so messed up, we're going to take our iFixit opening tool and put it under the edge of the plastic bezel between there and the aluminum frame, and slowly pry up around the edge of the phone to remove the display. Now that we've opened the phone, we can remove the two screws on the metal cover covering the battery connector. Set that aside, and next we're going to go and unplug the battery. Next we're going to take out the 5 screws covering the metal cover covering the display, LCD, and front camera connectors. We're going to go ahead and take that out and disconnect all of the connectors. We're going to go ahead and remove the display, and now we'll take out the 2 screws covering the bottom bracket for the home button. However, the home button is missing on this particular iPhone, so we are just going to go ahead and set those aside without removing the home button because it isn't there. We're going to transfer that top screw from our bad model bracket to our good one, and also that bottom screw. These were not included with the new Fix Easy screen. Next, we're going to go ahead and remove that little plastic piece covering our home button gasket and insert our brand new home button into the gasket. Due to the fact that our old phone's home button was broken, we are not going to be able to have Touch ID functionality after we fix the phone, but we will still be able to retain home button functionality. After we have gotten the home button seated in the gasket correctly, remove the plastic on the outside and stick the home button back into your new display. Careful not to rip anything. We're going to go ahead and plug in the home button. Next, we're going to go ahead and get its metal retaining bracket and the 2 screws. After that, we're going to go ahead and take out the 3 screws covering the metal bracket that is covering the earpiece speaker and the front camera. Remove the earpiece speaker, and we're going to go ahead and remove the front camera and all the other front sensors. Careful not to rip anything here because everything is quite fragile. Next, we're going to go ahead and remove that little piece of adhesive tape covering the earpiece speaker sensor mount, and we're going to go ahead and stick that sensor down, as well as all the other sensors associated with the front camera. Next, we're going to go ahead and insert the earpiece speaker into the phone and lightly press down the front camera. Next, we're going to go ahead and put down the metal bracket and insert the 3 screws. Take our new display and plug in all of the connectors back into the logic board. Next, we'll insert back in our 5 screws, holding in the metal bracket that keeps those connectors from popping off. After that, we'll plug back in the battery and put back its metal covering and the 2 screws. After that, we'll snap the phone closed. Before that, we'll power it on to make sure it still works. Be careful so that you don't crack the screen when doing this step. So don't mash it down too hard. Make sure everything is lining up correctly before you press down on the screen. Next, we're going to install these last 2 penelope screws, and this repair is done. Thank you so much for watching my video today. If you like what you saw, please give this video a like and subscribe so you can stay updated on future videos. Thanks for watching.